Who needs a click track? That was an exercise in beautiful timekeeping. Hope you got it. Yeah! I can't do that.
Alright, a lot of drumming going on here today, isn't it?
But you just brought our average beat count down. That was great.
How do you get a gig though? Gotta play a groove. Gotta play that groove like hard and as deep as you can, man. How did you get into who are the drummers or the music that you inspired you when you started drumming?
Well, my first instrument was a violin, which was disaster. Because it sounded much better when I hit it on the back than when I tried to bow the damn thing. And luckily, one day I hit it too hard and it wasn't a violin anymore. And so I started, as a kid, watching all these great old Hollywood movies from like the 30s and 40s. And there was one guy, and I didn't want to be a drummer. I hadn't gone that far. I just wanted to look like him, and it was Gene Krupa. He just looked so cool. And they'd have the camera shooting up through the toms, looking at him, and he'd be going away, and he'd be all sort of semi-sweaty and chewing gum and looking $1 million. And then I started to listen to what he was doing. Then I started to want to do that as well as try and be that person. And my father was a piano player. He had all these wonderful records from that period. Benny Goodman, Tommy Dorsey, you name it, all the big swing bands, Ellington, Basie. And so I started listening to all those drummers. Although I love some of the music, it's not what I wanted to do, but those influences were going in there. So without knowing who I was listening to, I was listening to Davy Tough and Krupa and Rich and Belson and Joey Jones and all these wonderful players. And when I did start to play rock and roll, those influences that went in there as a very young boy had to come out. And when I heard a piece of music I had to play, some of those influences, which had nothing to do with rock and roll, were coming through. And I thank God that I had that input rather than the input of trying to play like everybody else was playing. Because the hardest thing in this day and age is to have a sense of individuality. And if any of you got that when you play, never give it up for anything. Don't try and be number 2 anybody, just be number 1 you. It's far more important, you know?
Well, we gotta go, so we're gonna have another bash.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. Have a great time. You guys are fantastic, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks for having us.
Kurt.
We're going to do it again.